So one of these deeper layers will have to do with changes in people's habitual sense of relationship with God. In other words, you are accustomed to perceive God in a certain way and perceive and conceive your relationship with God in a certain way. And in the dark night of the soul, that's turned upside down, that's modified. So a common experience in this connection will be to feel that God has disappeared from your life, which is pretty intense experience, as you may imagine. But actually, God has not disappeared in the dark night of the soul. What has disappeared in those cases is the usual way we used to conceive God in the past, yesterday, while now God is actually getting closer and closer in the darkness. Do you follow my point? No. We are accustomed to relate with him in some way, in some level. But if he gets closer, we are not accustomed to that proximity. That new proximity is unknown to us. And therefore, instead of getting accustomed and realizing, oh, you are getting closer, we may insist, where are you as usual? And you feel, as usual, you are no longer there. You seem to disappear. But it's not that he got further, he's closer. You follow? It's not that he's getting far and far away or that even disappearing. Oh, he's getting more and more intimate. But that intimacy, that new degree of intimacy is totally new and unknown. And that's why we may not be accustomed and think he's not there anymore. So in order for us to survive such experience, then we have to be able to relinquish our attachment to whatever idea or experience we have had of Bhagavan till yesterday, so to say, which is real and beautiful, but now there is the need for something else, deeper. And therefore we have to allow him to further reveal himself to us in the darkness. That's the main prayer, one of the main prayers of Saint Francis of Assisi. It is said that entire nights he will spend praying like this, praying to God, who are you, who I am? Who am I? Who are you? Who am I in relation to you? Who are you? Who am I? It's not so easy to reply to these two questions because there will be always an ongoing, the question may be always the same. The reply will be an ongoing revelation. Sanatana Goswami similarly asked to Mahaprabhu, who am I? So never be too sure about knowing the answers to these two questions. On a daily basis, we should ask that to ourselves. That's real prayer in depth. Who are you? And who am I? Who are you today for me? And who am I for you? Which is our relationship? And next today, tomorrow, and later today, again, and so on. So yes, of course, this darkness can be overwhelming. And we may feel very uncomfortable there if we are not accustomed to navigate those waters. But we should try to embrace it instead of attempting to solve, quote unquote, it as quickly as we can. It's not about solving the problem, remember, but allowing the problem to solve us. So instead of trying to move forward, again, during these periods of dark night of the soul, better try to go through, not move forward and leave the situation as soon as possible, not try just to obtain relief from pain and uncertainty as quick as you can, but try to hold the tension, accept the circumstances, learn to see, hear from the circumstances, change whatever needs to be changed. That's actual life. That's actual spiritual life, change, progress. So remain open to whatever needs to be accepted and changed. In other words, begin with a foundational yes of acceptance, foundational acceptance of whatever is happening, rather with a non-foundational no. Srila Srila Maharaj will beautifully describe Omkar as a yes, a big yes, acceptance, foundational acceptance to reality and hope.